This is a hand trolley, 200 kilogram hand truck stair climber that actually works. I purchased one from Amazon that did not work. It broke, and it probably would have broke with about 150 pounds on it. This is steel tube, not aluminum, not real thin steel, and I've probably brought up somewhere in the neighborhood of close to 200 pounds with this thing. And I haven't gone above that, so I can't really tell you if it could actually handle 400 plus pounds, 420, whatever it's actually rated at. It's pretty well built for what it has, and I would highly recommend it. Or I would recommend just building your own here and then mounting it onto a cart that you can get from Harbor Freight. I paid $56 and some change plus $15.99 for shipping. Got here fairly quickly. I think it was under 2 weeks that it got here. That's all the good stuff. It works. It's a bit cumbersome, and there are some drawbacks. And this is what the drawbacks are, but they can be fixed. One is that it came up and it's a little bent. And there was some scratches on that, not too big a deal, you know. I'm kind of a perfectionist and anal on that, so if I pay for something new, I expect it to show up looking new. If I'm going to put a mark on it, I did that. That's my mark. But, you know, this is, the person I bought it from was doing a 5% off, I think it was, off of $59.99 was the listing price on eBay. I don't remember the seller's name, but I would suggest you sort it out by looking for one of these and then go into the listing and put, cheapest first, including shipping price. These handles, they need to be filed down or sanded down. This plastic's got a razor sharp edge, and you want to be wearing gloves when you're messing with this. It doesn't turn extremely well, or it doesn't really turn very well at all. It does turn, but you really have to manhandle it. The other thing is that these wheels, for my stairs in my home, I would have liked to have seen these wheels a little bit closer together, because when I bring it up onto one of the treads, it's just barely hanging on. If I'm not pulling back on it, it'll go forward and go down and start to descend down the stairs. You don't want to run into that where all of a sudden it starts gaining up speed where it does 1 and then 2, because it's probably going to take you down with it if you've got a lot of weight. I would suggest 2 people on this thing for 2 reasons. I don't know how strong these screws are, these bolts and nuts. I think I would probably put grade 8 bolts in them, and you'd want somebody pushing and holding up. You don't want to be the guy down here, I can tell you that, because when the stuff goes wrong, it's going to come tumbling down. And you're going to be the guy at the top of the stairs pulling the thing up. Descending, I haven't done that yet, but that's probably going to be pretty easy. I brought this guy up, and this guy's over 100 pounds. Actually, I brought up 2. And I brought up a cart, and I brought up an AC. I brought up the Harbor Freight hydraulic cart. That's a 1,000-pound lifting cart. That sucker was a chore. He is not light. I got a good workout that day. So the only other issue, which I left for last, is the biggest issue. And that is that these locks right here are a bad idea. They easily pop out. I mean, look at that. That's all that's holding it, just that little bit. They easily pop out, and this handle comes off, and then you're not even attached. You're not even attached to this guy, and it's coming flying down. That would be the reason for the strap. The strap prevents this guy from coming all the way out. And luckily, I noticed that early on before I even started to ascend up the stairs. And am I so thankful that I figured that out, because that would have ruined my day, ruined what I was bringing up, and ruined my wall at the bottom of the stairs. So if you're going to get this, you either need to modify it and somehow put some bolts through it, wherever it's at. I don't even know why they really have this adjustment, except for storage purposes where it collapses, because I really don't see much use for it with it being collapsed and trying to go up the stairs. But I do recommend this. It is the cheapest. I mean, I paid like $72 and some change to get it here. You're not going to beat that price. I would have probably paid, $30 to $40 for a hand truck from Harbor Freight, and I would have easily spent that plus the amount of time on trying to locate the wheels and the bearings and build the triangular pieces here out of steel and get the hardware. So I would recommend it. If you find one better than this, let me know, because I'd like to have one, or I may just change out the wheels and this whole little contraption here to make them a little narrower, because they don't allow me to take a rest as I'm trying to drag something up the stairs. And when I'm pulling something 200 something pounds, I have my limitations before all of a sudden lactic acid starts to set in. And all of a sudden I realize, holy crap, if I don't hold this thing, it's going down. And that comes on pretty quickly. So if you don't start taking in some air and becoming the Hulk and just start screaming, you could end up destroying something. So I would get it, search on eBay, and again, if you find something better, let me know down in the comment section, because I'm always looking to upgrade.